DisK versus Reaper. There we go. Oh, I was so close. Group B as well. Okay. We should be good now. We should be good now. That is there. That is there. That is here. That is there. Alright. Am I forgetting something? Am I forgetting something? It's the last game. I want it to go well. I think it is. I think we're doing good. I think we're on a good trajectory here. I'm pretty sure we are. Alright. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay then. Let's see what's been happening in this game so far. Not that much, it looks like. Been keeping my eye on it. Don't worry about it. Was looking from the corner of my eye. I spy a little red Protoss player in the top right side from Apprentice Esports. It is DisK. His opponent in the bottom left side fighting for team... Is he on a team right now? I feel like we're running with an old... maybe. Well, team Gosu. Reaper. Might be a new one. Maybe Liquid PDI isn't updated yet. That could be the case. I'm gonna assume that the logo mod is right. The one they gave me. And this is Team Reaper. Or, sorry, Team Gosu Reaper. There we are. Did it correct. I'm sorry, guys. The quality of casting is faltering here. It's diminishing rapidly. And this is not what these players deserve. They have put their heart and soul into this. And DisK, of course, still in a precarious situation. Let me take another look at that bracket right there. Yeah, DisK. I mean, he is in the upper part of the group right now. But if he loses this, there's no saying who might just suddenly jump up on top of him. He's gonna have to be careful. Oh. Okay, Reaper manages to take out the probe. Nice, nicely done. The scouting probe, I mean, it saw what it needed to see, kind of the gas mining happening. And the circling numbers, the drone numbers. Off he goes with his two adepts. Double gateway start here, actually, for the Protoss. It's not that common for the PVZ. Stargate there as well. Why did he send those adepts too? It's got one more adept somewhere. Oh, it's in the front door. Alright. It's only making one more Stargate. It seems like he had a plan for the adepts. Right? That's kind of what it feels like. After that Overlord coming in, seeing those two gateways, he's not producing off of both of them anymore. He may just be switching up his plans here. For a moment I thought he would just be trying to make a bunch of adepts and then just gonna send them in without any upgrades or anything of the sorts. And just kind of kill your opponent with them, right? Hit before your Zerg opponent is ready. And it seems like it could be something interesting. Seems like something that would definitely kill me. You can press the brackets. Actually, the bracket might still be navigating you to the European bracket, but it's all connected. If you scroll a little bit to the top, you'll be able to see the NA bracket as well. Or the little tab for the group stage of the NA. Roach Warren being constructed here by Reaper will be able to get himself a bit of extra padding there in the armor. Not sure if we're going to see a massive influx of roaches here. That's already 5 on the production. That's a good amount. Might just be him anticipating some sort of a gateway pressure, right? He did have those 2 gateways after all. Very quickly. Reaper hasn't won a single map yet this tournament. Well, that might change. That might change. Well, I hadn't won a single series yet this tournament, and he managed to get his series win. Battlebee, I don't think Battlebee had a series 1 so far, and well, he took out Mana, didn't he? Well, that's also happened today. We had a lot of weird results overall. Where Prism gets spotted here by the Zergling. Hopefully Reaper paying attention to that and will be able to respond in kind. Yeah, yes, the Overlord there. Just needs a couple of units. 2 Queens. Is that going to be enough against, well, there's 2 Adepts. It's making more and more roaches off of the 3 base. How many are we on? 11. It's making 4 more. 2 more Queens also. Transfuse onto the drone. Doesn't want to let them die. It's okay. Nice, neat little trick. Has enough energy there, I suppose. Blink +1 on the construction tab for DisK. Hoping to take out a 4th base, I imagine. Reaper on the other side. Going for a 4th base. Bringing in the infestation pit. Reaper looking for a macro game. It does seem like he's a bit uncomfortable overall with like when he should be making his roaches, right? He's making a lot of roaches just consistently, like, alright, let's make a couple of roaches, make a couple of roaches, make a couple of workers, you know, mixed in with that, but he's just kind of slow and steady with the roach numbers. It's not like a big blob of roaches as soon as you see that the Protoss is coming for you. Which is a viable way of doing it. I believe that Stefano, right, also was one of those players that was kind of advocating for that back in the day. Making the roaches as you make your drones as well, and just kind of bump it both up at the same time. So you have a bit of padding for anything that might come your way. +1 weapons just finished up. We got ourselves 3 sentries near full energy. 3 of those immortals with a 4th one on the way. And a fair bit of stalkers. All willing participants in a expedition to the 4th base of the Zerg. Or are they? Ooh, he's gonna bring Archons as well. No, he's gonna be for Storm, isn't it? Yeah, he's already researching it. Oh, if he's just warped in 6 High Templar, you probably don't want to walk across the map. Probably want to keep that there, just kind of harvest that energy, wait for Storm to complete. It is funny, I mean, Reaper is getting near to max supply here. He's got a tremendous amount of roaches. I don't necessarily suspect him to do too much across the map with it, though. This just seems very well prepared to receive a roach attack. Reaper sending some of those roaches towards the north side. Managed to avoid detection so far. The other roaches here, oh, they're on move command. Having a bit of trouble there. More roaches to... yeah, there they go. We'll be finding those probes. Bit of trouble perhaps for Mr. DisK, but he is more worried about what is going to happen over here. There is 5 lurkers in construction. They could do a little bit against this Protoss army. Roaches managed to get 6 workers overall as well on the other side. Still a little bit of a scrap battle here, though. It does feel like for the Zerg. So does it for the Protoss, I suppose. Can't push himself in here. Not without threatening the likelihood of his army's survivability. And, well, this is a good way to deal with that. Just get the War Prism to warp in a bunch of Zealots on the other side and nearly kill the Lurker Den and the Hydra Den. Would have been nice. Doesn't quite get anything with it, however. Both players now on 4 bases. Reaper starting up more and more of those Lurkers. Hoping that will keep him safe of the Brodel's ground army. And I believe it should for quite a bit. However, DisK already preparing, of course, for the next set of challenges here. That Reaper's gonna have to overcome. Zealot hit squads set up shop close to the edges here, ready to move in case Reaper ever decides to move out with those Lurkers. I don't think it's going to happen that quickly. He's been playing pretty passively so far. Ooh, nice little abduct. War Prism again into the main base, however, is looking for those. Oh, that would be massive. It's not going to happen, but that would have been massive. Big blink forwards. Going to try to deal with those Lurkers, but the Blinding Cloud making things so difficult for him. He's just trading out a bit of supply here, however, right? Keep that in mind. He's trying to bring those carriers out on the field. Uh-oh. Please don't be me. Please don't be me. Whew. Well, that's a bummer. He didn't upgrade his Hydras. I can't check right now. Can I? I think I saw a Hydra upgrade there pass by, but I could be wrong. This is not looking like it's gonna recover right now, is it? It's a weird sound as well. It's a weird moment to have it be paused because we can still hear the Vipers slurping on that hatchery. What a time to be alive. I guess, wait, can I mute that? Oh yeah, I can. Oh, that's good. That was a bit much. Still there. Yep, it's still there. Okay. So yeah, Reaper unfortunately disconnecting. Unless if this is some sort of a server error. And I'm disconnecting, but it's showing Reaper as the player disconnecting. Not sure what we're gonna do. Wait for him to recover. Can he recover if we just let him sit here? I don't know. I don't know. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to wait for a message out of Reaper, right? Right, yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Might be a little bit delayed. Again. Oh, well. 8. Okay. Most likely resume from replay, yep. Yep. Seems like it. Alright, that's a bummer. We'll have to wait a little bit longer. It does seem to be a little bit of a tough situation here for Reaper. Sure, he's going to be able to stay alive for the ground forces of DisK, but the inevitable air army that is coming in, or air army that's coming in, will be quite the challenge for him to deal with. There we go. He disconnected now. Alright. It's going to be a really tough thing for him to deal with, and he's going to have to make that spire ASAP. Get it started, get it constructed, and get things going. Yeah, NA internet, it's what it is, isn't it? So what can you do? What can you do? Alright. Alright. Another resume from replay. That's the second one. Doesn't happen all that often, but twice now in this tournament for me on this. Well, at least I say this tournament, this day, or for the matches I've been casting. Unlucky, unlucky. Although to be fair, the other one for Bly versus for Jumi, it was like a black screen he had, right? So it was something different. Where is Reaper from? Reaper is from the US. Does it tell me anything else? It's from the US. It's from the US. I don't know exactly. He's 22 years old. That's something I know. Which is funny because is that the same? Hold on. There we go. I was like, that's the same as it, but I just had 2 pages of, of Reaper open. I don't know how old DisK is. How old is DisK? Started competitive gaming for StarCraft 2 in somewhere 2016. Did that for System Gaming. And Reaper, we're starting around 2018. And yeah, continuing onwards ever since. Okay. Let's see, I'm going to try to inquire what the situation is. And whether or not we have a message already received somewhere from Reaper. Because that didn't seem like just a regular, you know, oops, my internet disconnected for a quick second. No, that was a full-on whoopity-whoop of your entire internet connection, wasn't it? Yes. Yes. All right, I'm gonna go find out, I suppose. I'm gonna go message some people. I'm gonna try to figure it out, and then I'll be back. Yeah. We'll be back, and we'll resume from replay as soon as we can. All right, hope to see you soon in a little bit. Stay tuned. DisK versus Reaper, continuing onwards on the C stream here in a little bit. Hello, hello, welcome back to the C stream here of the Atlanta DreamHack StarCraft 2 Masters 2022. Unfortunately, I'm still not quite sure what happened to our player. Reaper disconnected and mid-match, and we haven't seen him since. I haven't managed to get any update yet, unfortunately, either, so I'm just gonna put it onto the break for, well, longer, I suppose. Because it does seem to be a bit of a substantial issue here for Reaper to solve, so I don't know what's gonna happen exactly. I'm sorry to keep you guys in limbo here for a little bit, but that's just what the situation is at the moment for everyone. We're gonna try to get things sorted, of course, as quickly as we can, and I'll try to get you updated as soon as I know. Apologies for the overall delay, and we hope to see you as soon as the game resumes. Alright, we'll be back. Alright guys, sorry for the wait of course. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. I was anxiously waiting as well. We're gonna get things started again. DisK is gonna have his shot here of finishing off this game. With the air superiority perhaps. We'll figure it all out. Of course it's gonna be a little bit before the game is loaded as well, since we're loading it up from replay, excuse me. And that should get started pretty soon. Alright. Hopefully his power stays on this time around. I don't know if you guys paid attention to the chat. Basically what happens, Reaper had his power run out. Was the language that was used. I don't know exactly. I think it just went out. I don't know. Running out exactly would be something else entirely. Maybe. Maybe it is what happens and I just don't understand exactly what that would be. Either way. He is back. And he managed to get everything running again. Hopefully everything stays that way this time around. And hopefully we'll be able to get a nice conclusive end to the Group B of the NA side of things as well. Because DisK, of course, still in that precarious situation where, you know, he would love to get his victories going here. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Recovering. It does take a while, guys. It's like the replay, right? It just kind of slowly moves it all the way. All the things that happens in this game. I think like the max speed is like ×4. And that game was going for a bit, so... yeah. We're getting there. We're getting there. Patience is a virtue. But we're almost there. I guess I could have let that timer run, huh? I thought, oh my, we're starting. Quickly. Get everything back. But, oh well. It's been a wonderful day of StarCraft 2 so far. Let's try to finish it off here with another nice best of 3. So that we will have a satisfying end to today's C stream as well. That's what we're hoping for. That is what we're hoping for. Didn't he type in the chat at first, pause, that he was playing from some library? Maybe that was a different game? I don't know. Was he playing from some library? I don't think he was. Maybe he was. It could be. Then it makes sense that his power runs out, right? Because he just had a certain amount of power. Yeah, but it can take more than 5 to 8 minutes to boot and sync from when power is restored. Oh, yeah, that's true. Maybe he just ran out of power. Maybe he's on like a computer that you have to rent. That would now ran out of power kind of makes sense. All right, guys, we're back in the game. Let me do this. There we go. We're back. It's the best of 3. We got everything rolling. I double-checked, by the way. This is all correct. Team Gosu. That's the place he's at right now. That's his team. There's even a special message sent for me about that. But somehow I managed to forget about it. But it came back. Alright, DisK here. We're still meandering past the borders of this base. And now it's starting to look pretty doable. In fact, he's going to start sending in a couple of Stalkers here. Blinks forwards, and come on, one more shot. There you go. Sacrifices those Stalkers, manages to get it. Just what he needed. Zealots on this side as well. They're subverted by the Lurker presence. Nice kill off right there. Back onto 3 bases for Reaper. Another notch on the belt for DisK. Another something we can point to decisively and say, well, that is something that could win him the game. Alright, High Templars here trying to do some storm action. The Zealots run by from the other side. Met by a bunch of spine crawlers. He's going to start putting down a couple more. It's the fight once again starting up. Heating up overall. All the carriers are in fact harpooned by the Vipers, but they're just a little bit too tough to take down right now for the Hydra numbers as they are. The Lurker's still doing a great job, however, at keeping that ground force at bay. Even if they are a lot of Immortals and Archons with a lot of HP, the Lurkers, they just are too numerous. There we go, good catch on that carrier, but the Storms are landing a lot on those Hydras as well. They're starting to get low HP. Quite dangerous right here. Reaper still on a lot of army supply. Still a scary situation, but his army's starting to get low. There we go right here with the shield battery overcharge, trying to keep everything alive. And DisK is doing an okay job right now, especially considering because he is just demolishing the economy behind here for Reaper. As Reaper is gonna most likely lose these Hydras here as well over a bit of time. DisK just needs to get those warp-ins ready. Probably could make a bunch of Archons here as well if he really needed to. Has quite a bit of gas. A bit low on the minerals overall. I guess that is because he's been sending in a lot of Zealots. But they're doing their job, so money well spent. Now the Archons, really cost-efficient army here for DisK. Having the carriers, Templar Archives, Immortals and Archons. And Reaper on the other side, down to 45 workers. Situation it would be difficult for any Zerg to find their way out of. Oh, DisK is good with those oracles, isn't he? Quick and nimble, comes in, does a tag and gets himself out of there. There's the harpoons, more carriers coming in. This might be too much. Yeah, that is nowhere near enough Hydras there. GG is called. DisK takes game number 1. Alright. Wasn't that much left of that game, unfortunately. But, you know, we still had to play it out. We still had to play it out, make sure that that was the game that was going to happen. And it was. DisK just was in a very dominating position there, of course. His tech was so much more advanced that it was very difficult for Reaper to still have something to really push that back. But he did a lot better than I initially thought it would be. Very well played by DisK, however. Finding those Storms over and over again. Slowly engaging the Lurkers, not overextending into them. With a bit of patience. A bit of time. Finding that hatchery as well. That was a pretty cool move, actually. Those 5 Stalkers. Pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. Okay, map number 2. Cosmic Sapphire. Cosmic Sapphire. Are there still other streams going? Are the other streams done already? Or are they still going as well? Game number 2. Coming up. I'm wondering. Maybe I can have a peek at the B stream here. What's up with them? They're already 1-1 with Scarlet Estrella. Who could have guessed? That goes a lot quicker. Oh well. That looks like a cool match, doesn't it? Alright. Alright. Alright, yeah, that's still happening, guys. That is still another match that's happening. It's 1-1 right now, and the supply is quite close. It looks like it could go either way. Now, let's focus for what you guys came for on this stream, of course. To see whether or not DisK will be able to secure himself another victory, and perhaps with it a moving onwards, right, from the group stage. Advancing through the group plays. Oh my god. Starting to get a little bit late. It's been a hefty day. We're moving on. Second game. In the bottom right side, we have, of course, from Apprentice Esports, the red Protoss player, DisK. His opponents in the top left side, it's a Zerg. In the blue, he's fighting for Team Gosu. It is a Reaper. And Reaper. What is this, my friend? Starting to spice things up a little bit. Building that proxy hatchery. And gas being taken behind this. It won't be the spine crawler hokey pokey, but it's going to be something similar. Could still be a couple of roaches behind us as well as soon as that spawning pool is done. DisK is being vigilant, however, and does send his probe across the field. Was it a replay? No, we resumed from replay. So, what we did was... right, that's a functionality in StarCraft 2. You can take a replay and then you can just move up to the last bit of the replay. You can say, okay, this is player 1, this is player 2. And then you can press resume from this point. And that's what we did. From the point where, you know, the last point that we had before Reaper disconnected. So we resumed from a replay, but it wasn't a replay that we were casting. Double gateway here for DisK once again. Playing it super safe. It's going to help him out this time around, I would say. Roach Warren coming in, 2 shield batteries as well. This one might get cancelled still, however, as it is going to be blocking that front door. Though then again, maybe just surviving right now is going to be enough. There he is. Okay, now he knows. You sneaky little bugger. Alright, what's this plan? It looks like he still wants to get a Nexus here. Yeah, he's still gonna go for this Nexus. Confident that he's gonna be able to hold here against the proxy Roach Warren. The proxy Roach Warren. It's a little bit. The proxy hatchery. Metabolic boost completed. How are we gonna do this? There's the Ravages. I guess you don't need an Overlord for the high ground, as this is just straight up the low ground. Yeah, this is a tough spot. You should started making drones here. This is just his base now. This is just his second base now. Reaper. He might start making spine crawlers there, who knows. But there's not a lot happening with this rush, is there? No, this didn't really... I mean, he just had his 2 gateways. He made shield batteries, and that's it. I feel like he overcommitted on the shield batteries even. He's making another one. He's like, when is this gonna hit? And it's... I don't know if it will. I don't think he's making more drones here. Well, alright. Sure. You know, you need the money. Maybe later down the line, when DisK takes that base, if we get into a macro game from here, where, you know, he's gonna be missing those minerals. You have to, right? Because you're oversaturated. Well, you would be oversaturated here. So this is the only place you can get more minerals from right now without making another base. So, as funny as it is, in theory, this should be absolutely fine, right? I guess. I'm struggling to find a reason why it wouldn't be. Unless if you're up against the Stargate, then this is abysmal, this map, for you. Or this position. Alright. Refugee piles slowly adding up, and now DisK realizing, wait a moment, you're just setting up shop right here. This is NA StarCraft. Let's come down to some proper NA StarCraft. Hey, that's right. That's right. Yeah, well, I guess Reaper needed a lot more to break through, and he's starting to get a bit more. He's still on 2 base versus 2 base. And he made so many Zerglings so early on that it still has me worried here. Look at the amount of Zerglings, and look at how long they've just kind of been there, not really gaining value. He's just hoping that DisK runs out at some point, trying to chase these Ravagers. And he's going to try to surround it, I suppose, with those Zerglings. But the Zerglings have been spotted by the hallucinations. And, well, this is a problem. There's no queens here. Oh, dear. Okay, so I guess this is why. This is why it doesn't work. Get him! Now loses another drone. That's fine, that's fine. He's got more over here. It's on 23 workers, actually. That is... oh. I don't know. At this point, just start making spine crawlers, right? They're very strong and very useful, cost-efficient units, basically. Cost efficiency is what he's looking for here. That is going to be the main key to his victory, because there's not much else he can do. I mean, DisK almost has double the amount of workers right now. Ravager Biles endlessly have to hit, have to connect. Those Zerglings need to get a good surround on this Protoss army, but as long as they don't move out, the Zerglings are never going to get a good surround. So as long as DisK doesn't overextend, he's gonna be okay. This is the game. Is he gonna move too far out of his base? Yes or no? Oh, he's going for it. There it is. The surround. Suddenly with the gateway down, there's a bit more breathing room for those Zerglings. Is it enough, however? Reaper's supply dropping ever so quickly. Those shield batteries, they don't mess around. They're ready for a round 2 if you really want them to. There's 2 more shield batteries, but they came from. Disruptor coming on the field. That might, you know, put a stop to this nonsense over here. Kills the queen. Yeah, how are the Zerglings ever gonna beat this? It's more energy beams here than at a laser concert of Pink Floyd. Well, it was a fun show. It was definitely a fun show. It was a good attempt. It gave me a good laugh. That was a fun little game right there. The perfect way to end our NA StarCraft experience. Thank you very much for those lovely games there, Reaper. And thank you as well, DisK. Congratulations to you.